Hey everyone, a Complex back with another video, and today I want to chat with you guys about what is available in Anthem now that the Cataclysm has officially ended. Now, I know, before you start leaving those comments, you're gonna go, Plex, it's still available, but yes, it's not the entirety of the Cataclysm, so I want to talk to you guys today about what you can and cannot do as far as the Cataclysm goes, what you are able to grind for, and all of that good stuff, so then that way you are ready to dive in and grind for whatever it is you might be needing. And now, the one thing I do want to stress at the beginning of this video, and I will probably reiterate it at the end, is that this is kind of like interim content right now until the next seasonal event comes out. So don't hoard these crystals that you're grinding for right now. Spend them, because when the next seasonal event happens, those crystals will go away. Let me repeat that. Those crystals will go away. They will leave your inventory forever. So make sure that you're, well, spending them as you get them. Now, there are some changes to what is and isn't available as far as the Cataclysm goes compared to last week when the event was still active, and we're just going to dive into it now and talk about the various different things. So the first thing that you're going to note is if you look at your daily challenges, there are no more daily challenges for the Cataclysm. Also, the weekly challenge that we had is gone, and then also the Just Echoes of Reality challenge section itself is gone because that was part of the event itself, not this like kind of interim content, if you will. So unfortunately, if you didn't finish any of that, it is no longer available. Also, if you didn't get to finish the storyline with Harkin, that too is also no longer available. So that is unfortunate, but you know, that is what it is. But as far as Herschel's store goes, the grindable cosmetics are no longer available, but the most important things are still here, which means you can still grind for melee weapons, you can still grind for those masterwork and legendary support items, and you can also still grind for the new weapons and also the 80 power gear. So this is all available to you, and also the individual javelin boxes are available. I will say I don't find the individual javelin boxes to be super worth it as far as the ROI on spending 2 major crystals for one. I actually think if you're trying to go for just like a piece of support gear, or if you're just going for a melee piece of gear for a particular javelin, it's actually more effective cost-wise to just grind out the melee boxes, if that makes sense. So kind of bear that in mind while you're spending your crystals. And then also, like I mentioned, the weapons boxes are still there, so you still have time to get that god roll on Jara's Wrath. And now with this Cataclysm kind of interim content, we have seen that they did open up all of the arenas. So a few days ago, last Tuesday when I streamed, we only had access to the first 3 arenas, but they did open it up to all of the arenas, so you can basically grind to your heart's content. There are no more leaderboards though, so unless you're going for personal score over like score overall, there is no reason to like necessarily worry about score except to get yourself some more crystals. They did add the Cataclysm back to the regular selection of events, which is really nice. So it's just easy to find now. Instead of going into change mission, you can just see it right there on the menu from the various options. Now, the free play does say Cataclysm free play, and that is a little misleading. As a heads up, there is no like the anomalies in the sky, anything like that. You can't see the Cataclysm in the sky. It looks like it did after they removed the Cataclysm, which is fine with me. It makes sense lore-wise. It makes sense story-wise, so I am happy with that. However, there is something cool. You can't get the crystals like out in the worlds because once again that wouldn't make sense lore and story wise, but they are allotting minor crystals as a reward in free play chests. So if you're out there in free play, you are still getting yourself some minor crystals. So if you're going out for like the dailies or anything like that, it is not a waste of time in that you are also grinding for some minor crystals. It's not a lot. I think I'm getting about 50 per chest, which I know isn't a lot, but it is still better than nothing and does kind of min-max the grind on a very small scale, which I'm always happy whenever that happens. So here's the thing. Overall, right now, you have the option to grind for the minor crystals in the Cataclysm. You have the option to do strongholds for just regular Legos. You've still got free play, and then you still got like the legendary missions that you can do daily and all that good stuff. So I'd say right now, because we don't know when the next bit of quote-unquote seasonal content is due to come out, that you can probably take your time grinding for gear and weapons and all that good stuff. I wouldn't say like take your sweet time, but like if you wanted to sprinkle in some strongholds, if you wanted to sprinkle in some free play events, if you kind of wanted to take your time and not grind out the Cataclysm endlessly, I think you have the freedom to do that right now. I mean, I will, of course, keep you guys updated if we hear anything like, hey, the next bit of seasonal content comes out in so many days. I'll make a quick video and let you guys know, like, hey, go grind out the rest of the Cataclysm for as much stuff as you can possibly get because it's closing up. But as of right now, we have no date and time for that. So I'd say don't stress about the Cataclysm. Go in and enjoy it, especially because there's no leaderboard or anything like that. Nobody's grinding for top score anymore as far as like, I want to have the 20-something million score or whatever that stuff is. You just go in, you get as many crystals as you can, and enjoy the event. The Cataclysm was fun. The events were fun. So if you just want to go in and get yourself as many crystals as possible, but not necessarily stress, now is definitely the time to do something like that. And remember, don't be stingy about spending your crystals. I know I said it at the beginning of the video, and I said I'd repeat myself, which I am going to. If you have a stockpile of crystals, spend them. They are not carrying over to the next event, so what you see is what you get. Spend them, use them, have fun with them, get yourself something nice and shiny, like maybe a really good Lego roll. I'm gonna hope that you get a really good Lego roll. But y'all, how are you feeling about the fact that they brought back the Cataclysm in some capacity? I myself personally am really happy about that. I love that newer players still have a chance to grind for the 80 power gear. I like that the weapons are still available. I love that the melee is still available to grind for, as well as the Masterwork and Lego support items. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave it in the comments down below, or I do stream Anthem 1 to 2 days a week. You are always welcome to come and hang out with us there. But that is going to be it from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.